Focused all the way, man, I'm locked in. From the time I wake, I be locked in. I don't need no break. Okay. Let's play. Okay. I say ain't nothing but my grind on my mind. See, we started with nothing, then we climb, then we gonna keep ducking till we finally shine. Indeed, I keep them ducking, baby, time after time. I say ain't nothing but my grind on my mind. See, we started with nothing, then we climb, then we gonna keep ducking till we finally shine. Indeed, I keep them ducking, baby, time after time. I said it's getting hotter out that flame I came. They try to stop me, straight up block me through that pain I've gained. A newer way, pursue my rays. Look, I don't cry no more. I just load up my mind and let my grind go show. Cause I'm locked in. Every single day I be locked in. Focused all the way, man, I'm locked in. From the time I wake, I be locked in. I don't need no break. Okay. Let's play. Okay. Let's play. Sorry, ain't no conforming. They'll know when I come for them. They don't know what I'm forming. They get low while I'm soaring. Ain't nothing about abnormal. No, he abnormal. Bad for you, ask for who dance, I shout, I'm asked for you. No debate, I flow grade 8. Luckily, they with me now. Sit back, watch a procreate. I spit raps that'll glow through hate. Stay focused on your biz and don't you ever focus. Stay focused on your biz and don't you ever focus. I'm locked in. Every single day I be locked in. Focused all the way, man, I'm locked in. From the time I wake, I be locked in. I don't need no break. Okay. Let's play. Okay. Let's play.
Welcome back to another episode of Sip to Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to do our recap of day 5. I wasn't able to do day 4. Had some stuff to take care of around the, well, not around the house, but just something to do. We just had something to do as a couple, and we did it, and it turned out great. And shout out to the missus for doing what she do. And sometimes I don't see the vision, but it always turned out to be a good thing when she put it together. So shout out to her for that, because that was a beautiful event that we went to that she put together and did. So what's good, y'all? Let's see who's all in here. Give a few shout outs before we get started. Let me see, where's my screen? There it is. 86 Ghost, appreciate you for coming through. Talking about JADIR. Donovan says the same thing, JADIR, back at it. And I saw some of y'all mention that in the Ravens live stream. I was actually coming out of Jurassic Park, which was surprisingly good. And as I walked out, the live stream was starting. I saw some of y'all talking about JADIR in there, and that was pretty funny. What up, Malik? Mingo, appreciate you. Chaos, thank you for coming through. Yamil says, what's up, Coach and Flock Nation? Matt D, what's up? What's up, Matt? I missed you when you first put it in there. What's good? The Duns, the lock in, exactly, lock it in. Definitely lock in game. Jason, he says, evening, Coach. Thanks for doing these. And by the way, who was Ruben Lowry? Video is fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate it. I knew a lot of Ravens content creators didn't have access to Ruben Lowry film, and I did. And I've kind of found a way to put it out there. And so as long as I can do that and still be, good in the YouTube streets, that's what I'm going to do. So if somebody else, decides to show out that we don't know about or hadn't had film on, I'm going to go pull it and put it out there too. But the Ruben film was actually quite surprising when I watched it. Even though they didn't play big time schools other than Tennessee, he was solid, pretty solid player, pretty versatile, and we know the Ravens like versatile people that can play multiple positions, and he seems like a guy that did that on his level. And if he can transition that success that he had at that level to better players, he'll be all right. Not to say that he's going to guarantee to make the team, but, he can definitely be practice squad, and, never know if something happens to somebody in front of him, jump in there and play a little football. On that note, what up, Big Reg? What's good? What's good? What's good? Marlon Day, appreciate you. And Jared, I appreciate you guys for coming through. And the guys that actually have YouTube channels, you'll see a link to their channel in the chat box as well. Like you see Regis is in the chat box, you see Jared's in the chat box, and 86 Ghost must have jumped in before we started, because his would have been in there as well. So let's get this thing fired up and get started, and why you guys are here. I get myself on the screen. There we go. Thank you, Marlon. I appreciate it. So let me get Jared's thing off. Pull this down to the bottom. What up, Zeke? What up? Let's get this thing rolling. All right, so here we go. Make sure we good. Yeah, we good. Day 4, first day in pads, and this is what we got. Let me get my little water out the way. Jonas tweets, and the Lord said, "Let there be practice in pads." Amen. Well, we know football is played in pads, and the first time the pads come on, it's exciting for the trenches, because they finally get a chance to show, what they can do. And I've told y'all all last week, before the pads come on, the defense act like the pads on, they be cheating, and now it's time for the offense to get some good, for the offense to get some get back. When the pads come on, the offense can kind of fire back off, and instead of just taking hits and trying to make sure everybody stay up and be the good guy in the collisions, now we just gonna have real collisions, and all that bull crap you did last week when we were supposed to stay up and you were still practicing all your moves, now we gonna hit back. And that's what happens when the pad comes on. And this is when the gap starts to close a little bit between offense and defense, because the defensive mindset, they're so crazy over there, they never let off. Never. Even when pass off and you just stood and they still out there 110 miles per hour. So they never let off. But pass on, let's see what we got for today. So Brian Wacker comes out and says the Ravens in pass today, and Jake Hummel is back. He had been out with a hand injury. Hand injury. Keaton Mitchell. The kid from Memphis. The kid from Iowa. Teddy Buchanan. That's the hand injury that he had right there. That's the hand injury right there. That's his hand injury. Not to say he didn't have a real hand injury, but them the hand injuries he better be worried about, or he'll be doing what we doing right now, sitting down. All right, a little video from Jameson says the Ravens are wearing pads for the first time in 2025 training camp. This is the same drill we just saw, but from a different angle. Lamar taking snaps from Cordell. Oh, sorry, this is from Cordell Woodland saying Lamar taking snaps, and he finds a big tight end in Roger Rosengarten. A big old tight end out there wearing number 70 with his hands up. Guess that thing pretty fluent too. But stick the tackle, big dog. Stick the tackle. What up, Chris? Appreciate you for coming through. What up, Iron Pablo? Banks Law. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Let's keep rolling. All right, we got D-Hop. Don't see Bateman supposed to talk today. As we know, probably by now, Bateman went home sick. They sent him home. Harbaugh said he didn't want to go, but they sent him home so he wouldn't get other people sick. I love this drill right here. I love working the rope, working your footwork. And I also love the way they got those yellow little pylons set up and you work your shoulders on that. And I think it's a video of that later on. And I know LeJounte and I know, not Bateman, LeJounte and Zay probably destroys that drill. And probably Dayton Wade too. Probably Dayton Wade as well. That wasn't Rosengarten, that was Vincent. Okay, so Rosengarten wears number 70. Right there, that's 70. Okay. All right, let's keep rolling. All right, little Trent Simpson. Bo Smoker says, inside linebacker Trent Simpson working during the Ravens' first 4 pass workout. training camp today. Inside linebacker Jake Hummel, who had been on the NFI list with a hand injury, is on the field for the first time. What I'm trying to see is they say Trent is jacked. I not saying he ain't. I just ain't seen him enough to say, oh yeah, like it hadn't been eye opening to be like, oh yeah, Trent, he's swole now. He was already ripped up. But for people to say he's swole, he got to be a Thor-like specimen now, because he was already ripped up. He was already ripped up. What up, pretty girl? Appreciate you for joining. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's keep rolling. Jonas, same little video from the opposite side with the different receivers doing it. See 12 doing it. Who's this? 80? That's 81. That's Tez Walker. Here's Zay. It's probably gonna be super fast right here. Stick that foot. Turn to get up. All right, 2 hands, buddy. LeJounte. All these little drills right here, I expect LeJounte and Zay to destroy, because they're mainly footwork drills. Then you just go find the ball. And them small, quick guys, you never expect them to mess up. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to step over the rope and behind the rope. Over the rope and behind the rope as fast as you can. What up, dog team? You're trying to step over the rope, behind the rope as fast as you can. Over, back, over, back, over, back. Stick your foot in the ground, turn, and go find the ball. Working on your hand-eye coordination. Your hand-eye coordination as well. Oh, yeah, this is what I was talking about. Is 6 Dayton Wade? Because he looked good doing it. Somebody let me know. Is 6 Dayton Wade? Your Teds don't look too good doing this. 12 don't look too good either. 86 definitely don't look good. Tyler Wallace look okay. LeJounte fluid with it. Zay fluid with it. And them smaller guys look different doing it. Dayton Wade I'm assuming 6 is Dayton Wade. He definitely look good doing it. D-Hop don't look great. 82 look good too. Whoever 82 is. Tez, just run fast, buddy. Oh, that's Anthony Miller. Okay, that's Anthony Miller. Appreciate it, Jason. And 82 must be Wade. Anthony Miller look good doing it. Wade look good doing it. LeJounte look good doing it. And then Zay. I imagine Bate wouldn't be bad either, because Bate gets kind of low to the ground when he make his cuts too. All right, let's keep rolling. Hey, Mike Green, baby. Mike Green. We last saw Mike Green at the Senior Bowl doing offensive linemen like this and not tight ends. What I love about this rep is right there, when he regains that leverage, we all know anybody that doesn't play football. What up, Hendo? Anybody that doesn't play football, we know the low man wins.
Donations.
Let's see what we got going.
What's good, coach? Haven't been able to get on live lately. Just showing love. Dog face.
Appreciate you, dog team. Appreciate it. The $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Well, it's actually a tip, actually. So what that is a pinned comment, and you don't see the super chat because he did a pinned comment and went to that link and did it that way. You still get the animation and everything. So it's a little different from the super chat. You go to pinned comment, it'll take you somewhere to do that, or you can do the super chat, whichever one you choose to do. I appreciate it. Appreciate you, dog team. And just whenever you can come through, because I know you're busy, and especially with me doing this stuff kind of a little early in the day, I know your schedule is kind of full during the day, so I appreciate you for coming through, man. Thank you for the 10 too. Appreciate it. Root. But again, we got some Mike Green content. And again, last we saw him doing offensive lineman like that at the Senior Bowl, and I can't wait to see him, all out, because I know we're going to see him in preseason because he's young. Look at him fit the hands, press out, drive, and then once he got right there, it was over with for that tight end. It was barbecue chicken for the tight end right there. Barbecue chicken. He along for the ride now. He along for the ride. Let's keep rolling. All right, I got a little story time for this little drill right here. So when I was at the former school I was at, I coached baseball as well too. And we played at this school in Jacksonville that the football and baseball field is right on the river. You could actually if you could kick it hard enough, you can kick it in the river. I forget the name of the school, but it's right on the river. And so the baseball kids wanted to walk down to the football field so they can kind of get close to the river and see, just doing a little something. So one of these machines right there was kind of off to the side because they kind of practice down there too as well. So the baseball players, they think they can do, what football players do. So one of them, they simulate a baseball glove as a football, and then hand the glove off to one of the other baseball players, and he tries to run through this little machine. Keep in mind, those things aren't as loosey goosey as you think they are. Just because Derrick Henry running through them and they exploding, they don't just explode for everybody. And so this kid gets the ball, he doubles over and tries to run through him, and the first one stonewalls him, and he rolls backwards up out of there. Next thing I know, the line to run through it scatters, and nobody else tries to get in there. They're like, we good. We'll stick to fast balls and change-ups. We good on that. Baseball players built a little different. Football is not to say baseball ain't a man's game, but you got to be a little crazy to play a little football. You got to be, and that's one of the reasons why I love it. All right, Lamar getting loose a little bit. First day in pads. You know what, people? If they sold this jersey, it would make a killing. This practice jersey with the gold outline, it would make a killing. And it got the 2 MVP patches on it as well. This potentially could be one of the best selling jerseys in the NFL, and it's a practice jersey. Cause I got the regular black jersey. This one is nuts right here, and you never even see this in the game. Let's keep rolling. Jonas says, don't see Jair Alexander or Bilal Kone among the Ravens DBs either. Kone left practice yesterday with an apparent upper body injury. So Harbs addressed that too in the press conference. He said Kone fell on his shoulder, and he said he don't expect him to be out long. Jalen Norman Davis, if I'm not mistaken, he said he had knee drained and he should be back tomorrow or whenever they practice again. I think that's the actual words that he said, because I was actually watching the press conference at that time. And what the DB's doing, just working on breaking, sticking that foot in the ground and breaking. And this is where that huge adage came in with Dion and what's my guy name? What's the other dude? The T-step and the whatever Dion did. That this is the kind of drill to kind of work on that. Cause I see these guys doing T-steps. Like for whoever 41 was, did a T-step. Yeah, them two guys did T-steps. Oh, Asante Samuel. That's what I'm thinking about. Asante Samuel. I was all right. I was fast and I could play. I was really good on defense. Same little drill we talked about a minute ago. Mike Green turning and burning with the Ravens outside linebackers. Let's see what we got. That ain't bad. Who's 56? This is like Jabo right there. Yeah, that's old Jabo. Now, out of these three guys right here that just went, people, who? And I know it's just a drill. I know it's just a drill. I knew. Out of these three guys that just went, let's look at them again. Who looked the best in this drill? Out of these three, who looked the best? Here's Mike Green. That's okay. Hey, bang. I think he looked the best. And now here come Ojabo. It wasn't no Jabo. And then what kind of swag this man got on? I know we shouldn't care about his swag. The man like he got some ones on with no socks. What kind of swag this man got? Let me make this one big. Man, like he got some ones with no socks on. He might have some black socks on. Let me stop tripping. I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. All right. Press, shed. No, press, peak, and shed. Press, peak, shed. Press, peak, shed. That's simple. Press, peak, shed. Gap integrity. Gap integrity. Little fundamentals. Fundamentals. Oh, this is one I really want to talk to y'all about. I'm gonna let it play through first. Let me let it play through again. Let it play through again. Rosengardner, Falele. All right, now what I want you to notice is, look at the explosion in the hips from Rosengardner as opposed to Falele. Just look at the explosion in the hips. As far as Rosengardner, Falele. Now, that's the difference, and just moving guys up out of there. Now, that does not mean Falele won't be able to move people, but just look how much more violent Rosengardner is as opposed to Falele. Now, I'm not saying Falele can't be effective because he's so huge, but if Falele had the type of violence and violent movement that Rosengardner had, and I know it's probably 100-pound difference, he'd be awesome. He'd be awesome. He really would be. And he probably ain't gonna be awesome this year, but he might be better. And if he be better, and I'll just take this right here as a plus. He rarely had anything close to a flat back last year, and it's gonna be hard for him to have a flat back because he's so tall. But that's the closest I've seen him to flat back in a long time. Now, if he would work on what Duke Manyweather was talking to him about getting his hands up and getting his thumbs up. Can y'all see my thumbs? Let me see. Remind me later. I don't know what that was. So if get out of the way, you probably can't hear me as good for a second. Hold on one second. If he could just work on getting his thumbs up instead of placing his hands like that, he'd be better. But you place your hands like that, the guys can kind of push you up. You get your thumbs right there and kind of get your elbows not completely folded up, but at an angle. People can't really move you, but them thumbs got to be up because you want this to be kind of under the shoulder pads. And why? Because if you get your arms, you get your hands in the right spot like this, now you can grab and hold and do what you need to do. Legally. Your hands like this, you can't do nothing. You ain't grabbing nothing. You get your arms like that, they up under them shoulder pads. Now you can grab and hold and torque and do all the things you need to do legally, and then when they get away from you, just let go. Hands like this, you can't do that. You gotta work on the little stuff. And I saw Duke trying to tell him that in that clip that everybody was circulating around. I did. Chaos, we stuck with this man. Let's keep rolling. All right. Ravens, Zay Flowers using tennis balls in his warm-up routine. Hey, when I did coach receivers, tennis balls were the norm. Like, they were part of the daily routine. Work on your hand-eye coordination. Used to run routes with tennis balls, like little short, quick routes, like slant stop, whip routes, where I would throw the tennis ball and they had to catch it. One-hand catches, two-hand catches, over the shoulders. I would say go and they be in the process of throwing it while they back to me. They had to jump and turn around and catch it. Whole bunch of different things using tennis balls to work on hand-eye coordination. And when I was just a receiver coach, the receivers were never the sorry people on the team. They were damn near the best on every team I was on. Damn near. Most of the time they were. Most of the time. Because I worked the dog crap out of them and they showed on Fridays. All right, let's keep rolling. Jeff says, pass go on in the first scuffle of camp features Odafe Owe and rookie Carson Vincent. Vincent's helmet was knocked off in the scuffle. Hey, I like that dog mentality. And I'll tell you this. When I was doing, when I was scouting Carson Vincent, he was one of the few dudes in this whole draft process this fall that was trying to finish blocks. Me and Chris found about 5 or 6 guys out of all the old linemen that we did that actually like had a mission to try to finish block like to and through and borderline beyond the whistle. So in my head, when I read this, I'm thinking Vincent probably blocking this man beyond the whistle, and old way ain't like it, and then swung on the man and grabbed his helmet or something like that. And Vincent probably went to talking that, Vincent went to the HBCU, so part of that experience is you're a certified SHIT talker. Oh, he probably don't know nothing about that. And probably be like, you're a rookie, you're a rookie, undrafted, whatever. Shut up talking to me. And that don't fly with us. That don't. If I'm at this point and you at this point, we equal. And I'm gonna talk my junk just like you got a chance to talk yours too. We gonna bag it up. So it ain't gonna, like Martin said, it ain't gonna be no threatening with the physical. It ain't gonna be no threatening with the physical. Like if you know Martin Lawrence, you that's one of Martin Lawrence quotes. It ain't gonna be no threatening with the physical. And Owe probably felt some type of way and pulled some stuff on him. But hey, stand your ground, Carson Vincent. I'm rooting for you. Now I know you didn't get on the field this year, but got high hopes. All right, Morgan adds it with a video. She says, when I say the transformation of inside, he do look a little thicker. Pause. It's real. Raw clip of him today, and I see the weight and muscle he's put on. He do. This video, man, look at Buchanan. Dude, hey, they are pretty stout there. I'm gonna say stout. I ain't gonna use thick no more. I'm gonna say stout. They are pretty stout there. They are pretty stout. Okay, I see it. What up, Rave Kingdom? What's good? 3-piece vids. What's good? He says, Coach, are we going to Payzay? No idea. Ravens ad pass or training camp. This is Jordan. This is the kicker. I want to say Jordan Stout. Well, she just got all kind of good videos. Good 4K video too. Morgan out there with the good camera. She out there with the good camera. Bullock, Linderbaum, Say Mac. I forget about Say Mac. What up, Stretch? Appreciate you. Yeah, them boys huge, Chef. Huge. Morgan got that. I'm at the practice camera. She got the 3D and I don't have no glasses camera. I'm gonna be an iPhone. What up, Mary? How you doing? Appreciate you for coming through and kicking it with us for a little bit. Appreciate you. I want to see them dudes next to Rowe. That's what I want to see now. I want to see them stand next to Rowe. I want to see Buchanan and Simpson standing next to Rowe. Even look at the kid from Memphis, the Martin kid right here, number 40. Right here. Look at him. Look how big he is. Number 48, I mean. This one right here. Look at his arms. He huge too. That boy getting after it, boy. All right, we got a little note from Jonas Schaefer. Says Tyler Loop is no longer perfect in team drills. The Ravens rookie has missed 3 of his first 7 kicks today from 38, 43, and 45. Hoyland is 3 for 3. Uh-oh. We got to live back to back. Well, there's always one hater around here, man. There's always one hater. It's always one hate around this joint. It's always one hate around here. Hate. Always one hate around here. Nikhil comes in and says, first name pass and Adafi Owe and Carson Benson getting to. We got that. Chandler Martin and Bo Braid also laid some hits on Keaton Mitchell, but nothing extreme. Jonas has ventured over to O-line, D-line one-on-one for the last. That's where you should have been the entire time, Jonas. That's where the action at. O-line, D-line one-on-ones or wide receiver, DB one-on-ones. That's where the action at. Whatever you was looking at any other time, that stuff don't matter. One-on-ones, O-line, D-line, or one-on-ones, receiver, DB, that's what we want to know about. You want us paying attention to your feed and clicking on your stuff? Give us some one-on-one play-by-play or a recap of one-on-ones at the end, like old boy Kyle used to do. Kyle Phoenix, I think, used to do a little. He used to go on Twitch after practice and do a little breakdown of like every one-on-one rep. I guess he would record it on a little notepad and then give us a little breakdown of them afterwards. If you want us to tune in, do that. Do that. But they ain't, because everybody don't have that passion and they just want to be out there, take their little notes and let me have it. Pay me enough to do it. I give y'all too much information. John be like, nah, bro, you can't come back. You told the whole damn practice. All right, next up, DeAndre Hopkins just had his best catch as a Raven, a one-hand grab on a fade route over Nate Wiggins in the low red zone from Lamar Jackson. If he only hadn't got penalized for OPI, ref said Hopkins jerked Wiggins' helmet on a rip. Man, a lot of flags going around in practice. Been a lot of flags going around in practice for whatever reason. All right, from Jeff. Ravens practice just ended. Mark Andrews made some big plays. Penalties erased a number of big plays offensively, including a circus catch in the end zone by Hopkins. That's one we just read about. Cornerback Jalen Armour Davis IR went down in team drills and didn't return. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back. Jalen Armour Davis. He's
Dumb,
back.
stupid, or dumb? Huh? Dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh?
Jalen Armour Davis, people. He's back. Back to the IR. Seems like it. Seems like it. Okay. Harbaugh said that Jair Alexander had a little swelling, but he's optimistic that he'll return tomorrow. And that's what I think I heard Harbaugh say. Matter of fact, here's a clip of Harbaugh, whatever he said about Jalen Armour Davis right here. Let's see what he had to say.
No, he had a little swelling, and I think we might have drained his knee today, so should be back tomorrow. No, he had a little swelling.
Little swelling, drained his knee, should be back tomorrow. That's what I thought he said. Got a little quote from Zay, and I don't know if y'all saw this. Lamar became a member of the 99 Club on Madden. For the people that don't play Madden, that's the highest rating you can get on Madden. I think it was about 7 guys that got it. Let me see if I can name them off the top of my head. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, Lane Johnson, Myles Garrett, and Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson. I think that's all of them. If I miss one of the 99 Club, y'all let me know in the chat box. I think that's all of them, though. But Zay and Bate were able to present Lamar with his chain, and I think this is him talking about it right here.
Man's supposed to be a 99 every year. He's supposed to have 8 of those. So I don't know how he got 2, but he's supposed to have 8. It was dope though to give him a chain and get him ready. And like me and Bate brought it to him, and we just building chemistry with him. And I think that's something to be a part of, and that's special. Man's supposed to be.
Yeah, I agree, man. Lamar. I don't know if he should have had 8. He definitely should have had about 4 of them. At least 4. At least 4. 4. If you want to be proper, 4. He at least had 4. At least. But I don't know about 8. But that's my dog, so, and if that's my dog, I'm going to say he should have had 8 too. All right. They asked him about, like, how how does going against Jair prepare him for different stuff? And Zay was like, Jair's different. He do a bunch of different unorthodox stuff, and I think this is the answer when he talked about it.
A lot more physical, a lot more talking, a lot more communication. Everybody confident, especially Jair. That's probably the most confident DP I've seen like ever, if I'm being honest.
Say recently you had.
And everybody's saying the same thing. Like, they talk about his confidence over anything, like how confident he is as far as going up against anybody. And again, I'll tell you, and I've said this multiple times on this channel, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, whatever that was, when Jettas was trying to get 2,000 yards, and he was on pace for 2,000 easy, and they had them 2 late in the season games versus Green Bay. And in my opinion, Jair single-handedly stopped Justin Jefferson from getting a 2,000-yard season. Because the 2 games he played him, he handled his business and did what he needed to do. So if we get a healthy Jair, a confident Jair, a Jair that is all about his business, we in business, man. We got depth. I can't wait for the season to get here, man. Just can't wait for the season to get here. Greg Lewis came to the mic today. He talked about a lot of different things. I don't think Greg was supposed to speak, but because they sent Bateman home because he was sick, I think Greg kind of filled in for it. And he says, Ravens wide receiver Greg Lewis on the dirty work expected at the position. He says, if you don't want to block, then you're not going to be a part of what we're doing. And y'all know, if y'all been here, let's see if I see mine. I do see it. I'm going to get it in a minute. No block, no rock. Hold on one second. Probably can't see it that good because it done faded a little bit because it's old. No block, no rock. I had these made in there on my Teespring channel too as well. But it's kind of old now. No block, no rock. You ain't blocking for the running plays, I'm not calling plays for you. I'm not. Can't do it. Can't do it. Because the best way for us to get a huge run is for you to be blocking your butt off down the field. And if you too much of a prima donna to block, I'm too much of a prima donna to call a play where you get the ball. I don't care how good you are with the ball in your hands. That's just me. Y'all hiring. Yeah, they hiring. They just can't. They ain't gonna hire me. They hiring. They just ain't gonna hire me. They need a new regime out there before I take my butt out there. Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't win with them. Won't win with them. Can't do it. Let's keep going. I hope them folks don't see me because I don't feel like slapping one of them folks. Next up, Nikhil Recap. He said it was a rough day for Lamar Jackson by his usual standards. A number of his passes were behind the intended target. Cooper Rush was also inconsistent, especially at the very end of practice when he was all over the place. Seems like everyone was adjusting to the pads. That's a legit excuse. I don't know if you want to call it an excuse, but that's a legit reason. Pass on first day. Was it hot up there today? Was it considered hot for you guys up there today? He also said Devin Leary may have had the best throw of the day on a deep back shoulder ball to UDFA Jamal Banks. Banks caught the top of the ball but got flagged for see another flag. Another flag. I don't know if it's just too aggressive or what. Hey Lisa. How you doing, Lisa? She said she late.
Better late than never, but never late is better.
You know it. Never late is better. And then the last one from him, it says it was a rough day for. Oh, we got that one. We got that one. So let's see what Mink had to say about practice as well. So that's a different screen for us. Let's see what Ryan Mink had to say about practice. Oop, there we go. Should be right now. Should be behind my head. There we go. Let me make it a little bigger so we all can see it. All right. So this is from Ryan Mink and somebody else. It didn't take long to notice rookie outside linebacker Mike Green in his first padded practice. Green's motor and physicality were hard to ignore. He had what likely would have been a sack on Cooper Rush and consistently put pressure on quarterbacks. Beyond just his work as a pass rusher, Green showed physicality in the run game as well. Like I told you, Green is not just a pass rusher. He's exceptional at pass rushing, but he's not just a pass rusher. He plays the run as well. Next, Tyler Loop, John Horland shared kicking duties once again. Horland went 4 for 4, with the longest being 47 yards. Loop went 5 for 8, with his first misses of training camp. 43, 39, and 45 yards were all wide left. He was good on his first 23 kicks of camp. Did we confirm that kick the other day was 63 or 68? Because some people were saying 63, then the Ravens official site said 68. Was that which one was that kick? Was it 63 or 68? Somebody let me know if you know. All right. Next one says, while Green and the Ravens edge rushers had their moments in the spotlight, the Ravens interior offensive line had a good day. Other than Broderick Washington pressure up the middle during 11-on-11s, the interior blockers protected the quarterbacks well. So the interior blockers would be center, guard, center, and that could be any combination of Falele, Voorhees, Cleveland, Linderbaum, Saymack, any of those guards out there, any of them. Yeah, the Ravens website said 68, but the beat reporter said 63. So, tomato, whatever. It was a long, good kick, so whatever. The next one says, while offensive pass interference was called after the play, DeAndre Hopkins had the catch of the day. He hauled in a one-hand catch in the corner of the end zone with Wiggins all over him. It was another day of Hopkins making the type of catches that fans have gotten used to seeing his 13 years of the league. I'm guessing this is the catch right here. Let me play it. See if you guys can see it as well. You guys have probably already seen it. I'm probably the only one that haven't seen it. Stiff on that boy, did it in mid-air. Stiff on that boy mid-air. D-Hop, you know you can't do that, D-Hop. You know you can't do that, dog. You know you can't do that. His thing also says, Derrick Henry also got in one-handed catch, corralling a Jackson screen pass and sprint down the sideline for a big game. Undrafted rookies, Chandler Martin, that's one of the linebackers I keep mentioning them all the time, from Memphis, and Lucas Scott, both had some big collisions. Martin was all over the field making tackles and had a good pass breakup. Though he was flagged for a defensive pass interference, Scott held his own, blocking Green on a 11-on-11, allowing Keaton Mitchell to burst through for an outside run. Again, old boy Hummel with the hand. Martin is one of them guys that is, all right, keep talking about, you better fight through some stuff. Get you some practice tape. You got 4 hungry dogs trying to get on that field. 4. F-O. 4 hungry dogs trying to get on that field. Buchanan, Simpson, Martin, and I keep forgetting the kid from Iowa name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Defensive coordinator Zach Orr put a lot of heat on the offense with blitzes, and Kyle Hamilton had a nice spin move for a sack. That don't surprise me. And then lastly, wide receiver Devontae Walker made an impressive grab, holding onto a pass over the middle that looked like it got tipped along the way. Now, I will say this. I wasn't able to do a recap Saturday, but I did notice all the praise that Tez Walker got. That's why I put him on the thumbnail today. That's why I put him on the thumbnail today, because I noticed all the praise that he got the other day. Now, I didn't see a recap from Cordell. Let me see if I can find a recap from Cordell. I normally see that. That's normally how we end the show. But I didn't see one from him today. Let's see if he did one. See if I can find it real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll let you know if he did it or not. He may not have done it. May not have done it. I don't seem to see it. So I do have something to tell y'all though. I don't see Cordell's recap, but I have noticed that the people from the banner have started to do recaps as well. I guess they saw how successful Cordell was with his and how much people were tuning in and giving him praise for doing his recaps. So I noticed that Gianna, however you say her name, did one the other day, and then I see one right here from Maheta right here. So let's see what Maheta has to say about training camp. Let me get that screen back up, and then we'll take it from there. We'll close out with this right here.
John Harbaugh said that he was quite satisfied with how his players adjusted to the pads. There was one scuffle that broke out between Carson Vincent and Udefe Owe. It's not hard to imagine a rookie tackle blocking a veteran edge rusher for just a couple seconds too long and causing a bit of a fight. And Keaton Mitchell also took a couple hits, one from undrafted rookie linebacker Chandler Martin, another from second-year safety Bo Braid. But overall, Harbaugh said that everything was within their standards for how they handle padded practices. The defensive line got a lot of pressures. Let's see the defense in general with the number of blitzes that they threw at Lamar Jackson and the rest of the Ravens offense. Nnamdi Madubuike and Broderick Washington both had a couple pressures. It looked like rookies Mike Green and Aeneas Peebles were also in the mix on some of those plays. So a strong day from the defensive line. And as a result, not a great day from the quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, an uncharacteristically sloppy day from him. Threw behind a number of his receivers. Just didn't seem to be as sharp as he normally is. And Cooper Rush was pretty inconsistent throughout the afternoon, especially towards the end of the practice. Was just all over the place. So not a great day from either of them. Devin Leary may have had the best throw of the day. A deep back shoulder ball to undrafted rookie receiver Jamal Banks on the left side. Banks unfortunately pushed off of TJ Tampa a little bit too hard to make the catch and was flagged for pass interference. And that was kind of a recurring theme of today's practice. The first couple days of training camp have featured a lot of false starts. Today were a couple plays that nullified, a couple penalties that nullified big offensive plays. One was a holding penalty that brought back a Keaton Mitchell touchdown run. And the other was after a great catch from DeAndre Hopkins, a great one-handed catch in the back of the end zone. Unfortunately, his other hand was caught up in Nate Wiggins' face mask, and he got flagged for offensive pass interference as well. One standout performer on the offensive side of the ball was tight end Mark Andrews. He caught a seam. He beat Roquan Smith up the seam early in practice, and then crossed up Trenton Simpson on what looked to be a skinny post that he ran all the way out to the end zone down the other side of the field. So a strong day from Mark Andrews with the pads coming on, and things will continue to get more physical over the next week here at Ravens training camp.
Okay, so Mingo says Cordell has one as well. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, Cordell. Maybe I didn't go down far enough. I've seen all this. Oh, that's the Mike Green play from. Oh, there it is. Here we go.
Another Ravens training camp recap. Today was easily the hottest day of camp so far. And look, I've gotten on here looking hot in every one of my other videos too. But today was easily the hottest day of camp so far. And to the players' credit, with today being the first day of pads, I didn't really see a lot of guys acting sluggish. Now, you did have a couple of injuries so we'll get into that as we get into the recap. But let's start with the kickers. Tyler Loop, he went 5 for 8 today. Today was his first day that he had missed a kick in training camp, and he missed 3 of them. His longest make was from 44 yards. All 3 of his misses went left. His first miss ended up hitting the left upright. Now, on that one, I thought it wasn't a great hold from punter Jordan Stout, but the other 2, not much to say about those. John Hoyland, he ended up going 4 for 4 today. 47 yards was his longest. So the kicking competition is still well underway and definitely still has all of our attention. The penalties were a big problem again today. Not even necessarily the pre-snap penalties. Quite a few holding calls. We had a couple of offensive pass interference ones. One was ticky-tack. The other one was a bona fide one. The ticky-tack one was a pass interference on Jamal Banks from Nebraska, wide receiver from Nebraska, undrafted. He ended up, he pushed off a little bit. I mean, it was a flag, but in my opinion, it was kind of ticky-tack. They were both hand fighting. The egregious one was the D-Hop one, which, if not for that flag, that would have easily have been the play of the day today. D-Hop is literally stiff-arming Kyle Hamilton and catches a ball one-handed over his head in the back corner of the end zone. I mean, that was an amazing catch, but it was offensive pass interference, so it didn't count. Everybody's been asking me about Mike Green. What does Mike Green look like? When are we going to hear more about Mike Green? Well, I've been telling everybody I'm paying attention to the guys in the trenches once the pads come on. Today was the first day of pads, and Mike Green won a day. I posted a clip earlier. That was a one-on-one rep against a tight end. He should win those. But even beyond that, Mike Green was dominant in the team drills. He had a sack, a would-be sack, I should say, on Cooper Rush. He also had, to me, which was the most impressive rep of the day from him, where it was a run to Keaton Mitchell, who ended up going up the middle of the field on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. Mike Green comes off unblocked on the edge, and he ends up chasing Keaton Mitchell down from the backside. Keaton has already gone through the hole, and Mike Green comes up from the backside through the hole and wraps Keaton Mitchell up from behind. And Keaton's speed is back. I don't think that's been something that's overblown. I think that was a testament to the workhorse mentality that Mike Green plays with. His motor is second to none. So really good day from Mike Green as the wind is blowing my notepad all over the place. But also best day for Mark Andrews. And I got on here the other day and I talked about how it's really been Isaiah Likely's camp to this point. We haven't had that vintage Mark Andrews day where it feels like half of Lamar's passes are going to 89. Today was that day, and I don't think it's a coincidence that happened on the first day of pads. So Mark Andrews was very busy today. He had a really good rep on a deep ball that he caught over the middle of the field and ends up, he didn't stop at the whistle. He took that and he blew through the safety and the corner and took it all the way up into the end zone to finish the rep. So a really good day for Mark Andrews. I mentioned the injuries, no Jair Alexander or Rashad Bateman today. We did talk to John Harbaugh about both of those guys. He said Jair Alexander has some swelling in his knee, but he's anticipating Alexander being back at practice tomorrow. He also said about Rashad Bateman that Rashad Bateman was sent home sick today against his own will. He said Bateman was not happy about it, but they did send him home sick. Armour Davis got hurt today, and that's always something that gets your attention because this is a guy that has dealt with injuries pretty much his entire professional career. So that's one to watch. John didn't really have an update on him because it happened in practice today, but we'll definitely have to monitor his status going forward because if healthy, I think Armour Davis makes this roster. Kone also, John Harbaugh told us he'll be back soon. He got hurt yesterday, landed on, I'm not exactly sure, I don't want to be wrong, but he landed funny yesterday, left practice early, and John said he should be back soon. I've been saying I want to pay attention to the interior guys when the pads come on. I thought the D-line was dominant today at times. I thought Matt Abike definitely showed his physicality, and that's something that we haven't seen from Matt Abike to this point in camp with the pads off. But no doubt about it, it showed up in a big way today once the pads came on. Got to see Aeneas Peebles have a couple of good reps as well in one-on-one. So my excitement for him continues to grow. O-line had some reps too. Roger Rosengarten had a couple of reps where he's standing guys up. He had a good rep against Odafe Owe. Owe also had a good rep against Rosengarten. And David Ajabo had a couple of good reps today. I actually have in my notes that Ajabo was very active today. So that's really good to see from him. But we'll see if the O-line can kind of catch up. I've been saying it. I think to this point in camp, the defense has been winning. The defense looks like the more dominant side of the ball to me to this point in camp. Still a long, long way to go. But I thought today, all in all, was a good practice. Good to see the pads come on. We did have a little bit of a scuffle. Not much happened. I could tell Owe was a part of it, and it looked like Carson Vincent was also a part of it from the offensive side, but it was a huge dog pile. Tough to really tell who were the guys that started that fight because it ended so quickly. But that'll do it for me. Another recap in the books. I'll be back tomorrow for another Ravens training camp recap.
Thank you, Cordell. Awesome as well. Awesome. And thank you, Mingo, for putting me on to it, because I just missed it. I guess I missed it completely. Bust. Look at that bust on the screen. I just missed Cordell's recap completely, man. So that'll do it for us, man. We were sitting at probably right around an hour, I think. We sitting at close to 55 minutes. So if you have not hit that like button, please do so. Tap the like button. Please tap it. We'll be here tomorrow. So make sure you come back tomorrow. Hit the like button. If you want to become Patreon, Patreon got 3 videos of Mr. Lowry, like raw videos of Mr. Lowry, not nothing of me talking, just a bunch of different plays of him versus the run and versus the pass. So, and I wasn't able to give them to the members because YouTube blocked them as soon as I put them up. So sorry, members, you weren't able to get those, but Patreon members got the 3 videos before I put out the YouTube video of Ruben Lowry. So with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all. Let me give a few shout outs before I get out of here. See if this will actually work for me today like it's supposed to. Look like it is. Appreciate you, DDSQ, for donations. Appreciate you, Sam Moore, for the super chat. And I got a super thanks the other day. I think it was from you, Sam. I think it was. And if that was you, thank you again. So I appreciate you guys for coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I'll see y'all tomorrow for tomorrow's recap and team number 4 on the SIP to Tally preseason power rankings. We're going to finish that out this week. Enjoy the rest of y'all night, man, and look forward to seeing y'all soon, man. Peace and love. Thank you, Marcus. Mr. Glass.